What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J-Main back checking in with the people, and damn, can the Nintendo Switch be stopped? Nintendo just announced that it has surpassed 10 million units sold worldwide, and it hasn't even been a full year yet. I mean, this thing is selling at like the rate the PS4 sold at, and we already know the PS4 has been selling amazing. The projections for this thing already is at like what, 14 to 16 million by the time it's at its first year, which would put it past what the Wii U did. It's about to do what the Wii U did in 4 years and 1 year. Put that into perspective. Nobody could ever had predicted Nintendo to be at this point after how terrible the Wii U did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had Nintendo off the game, but they right back in it. Call the Switch whatever the hell you want to call it. Underpowered, a gimmick. Who cares about portable gaming? You can't argue numbers. You cannot argue the facts. And the facts are people want this thing. It's priced correctly. The first year lineup has been probably one of the best first year lineups of all time. Critically acclaimed games, and the future is looking bright. So right now, Nintendo's clicking on all cylinders. I still got my beef with the Nintendo Switch as a console, but I buy my console for the games. And when it comes to the games, they delivering. So I can't complain too much on that front. They also talked about how games like Zelda, Mario Kart 8 have already gone on to sell about 50% of the total, Switch base, which would put those games at about 5 million a piece. And that's one thing you can say about like Nintendo exclusives. They show the fans of Nintendo show you that exclusives really matter to them on that platform. And this is why a lot of people don't even care if Nintendo Switch gets third-party support, because they're there for the first-party games. Now, what happens in that case is that the first-party games can't be pumped out quick enough to keep people satisfied. And that's why you have to have third-party there. So I understand that. And they've been doing a pretty decent job with getting the support. Some of the games aren't running ideally, like a Doom. Even their first-party games like Xenoblade aren't running the best, but the effort is there as far as getting third-party games on that platform. It's just up to these developers to see the potential and see the sales potential, I should say, because at the end of the day, that's all they really care about. So if they see that potential there, they're going to put their games there. I do predict that going forward, you're going to see a lot more third-party support. A lot of developers were shaky because of the Wii U, but the Switch is doing so great. I think a lot of them are going to want to jump on board just to see if they can get a piece of what's going on with that Switch. So yeah, Switch is doing great, man. Nobody, actually, I shouldn't say nobody. I had my, I was skeptical about what the Switch would do. I knew I was getting one, but I thought after the first year, it might, tail off and go the way of the Wii U. But this, like, still got a Metroid coming. You still got a Pokemon coming. The Bayonetta collection, plus Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei, all these games that have been announced for the Switch going forward that it's no way in hell. It's no way in hell this thing is going to go the way of the Wii U, plus third-party support. I was on Twitter and I made a bold prediction. I think this thing at the end of the day is going to pass the Xbox One in sales. In the US, the Xbox One is doing pretty good, but I feel like the outside markets is not doing at least what the 360 was doing. So I don't actually see the Xbox One catching what the 360 did in sales, but I do see the Switch, being up there at like an 80 million to 90 million when it's all said and done. In fact, the Switch, I can see the Switch, give it like a few years, and I feel like the Switch is going to be on the Xbox One's ass. Now, we don't get numbers from Microsoft, so it's going to be hard to tell, but I feel like, we've been predicting kind of accurately what the Xbox is, maybe like 30, 35 million at this point, and the Switch is almost already halfway there, and it hasn't even been a year. So just put 2 and 2 together, and you can see that the Switch is on its ass. Now, I don't think it's going to catch the PS4 because that's still selling at a crazy rate, but when it's all said and done, I do think the order for, Switch, Xbox, PS4 would be like PS4, Switch, and then Xbox One by the end of, the generation. Well, actually, the Switch is 9th generation. So, at the end of the PS4 and the Xbox One lifespan. But yeah, this is crazy. Switch is doing great. Games coming forward. Games are selling good. Hey, what can you say about it? Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this. Like the video, of course, while you're here. It could be a dislike, however you may, however you feel. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll catch y'all on my next video. Peace.